Know the difference with Annex Wealth Management, joined by Brandon Lehman, Director of Annex Private Client. Welcome back.
Danny.
You're a man of many talents. Besides being a part of an elite team here at Annex, you're a small business owner. You also have a role in the United States military. I hope you're allowed to say what that is.
I am. I currently serve as a civil affairs officer. I've been doing that for 2 years. Prior to that, I spent 8 years as a combat engineer.
Good. Well, this directly connects to what we're going to talk about. As a member of the armed forces, you're familiar with the phrase high speed, low drag. How do you define that?
It's similar to the idea of slow is smooth, smooth is fast, right? You're down to the bare essentials doing exactly what you need, but you're really good at it. You're really efficient at it, but you're methodical about it. Basically, take something that's complex, difficult, be methodical, talented about it, and get to an end result in a respectable amount of time, producing consistent, positive, great results over and over and over again. That's how I look at it.
Is it fair to say that we employ the same mindset at Annex Private Client?
Absolutely. We have an amazing team with processes behind the scenes that function, but what we're doing is trying to reduce the stress on our clients through processes that we're doing to make life better, more efficient, and more simple to understand is probably the best way to describe it, because we want you to be able to walk in and not hear terminology and not hear acronyms and all these things, but this is what it is, this is what it means, and this is why it's important to you.
So Annex Private Client moves quickly, moves decisively, meets the unique needs of high net worth individuals.
Absolutely, because that is such a complex world when you start to look at, especially business owners, executives. There's so many moving parts and there's so many things coming at them on a daily basis, from market volatility to risks in terms of their market segment. Maybe it's tariffs, maybe it's regulation. And then all of a sudden you have executives where they have different stock options coming at them. You have different impacts of the market. You have movement around the globe for transitioning for roles, all of these different things. They just have to focus on what they need to do, and that's being the best at their job. When you hire Annex, especially Annex Private Client, you have this team of experts in their given areas that we just slot in. As you have that point person, that wealth manager, and then slotting in is your business tax expert, and then slotting in, because the next conversation is something different, it's your personal tax expert. And all at the same time, we're spending time connecting with your other advisors. And what I mean by other advisors is your CPAs, your attorneys. We want to tie all of that together. So all you have to do is worry about maintaining your lifestyle and reaching your goals, and at least communicating that part to us as well.
We're talking about high-speed, low-drag mentality. Low drag is about shedding unnecessary weight or clutter. So we're stripping complexity away and keeping those high net worth clients focused on goals.
Yeah, the key is to focus on what that goal is. An example is if somebody has an incredibly high net worth, we still build them a plan. And sometimes you start that process and they go, why? I said, because we want to focus on what your goals are. It might not be, we need distributions of X, Y, or Z to meet our future outcomes. Maybe it's because we want to be philanthropic. We want to see how this plays out. In our job, we streamline all of that, make it incredibly simple to understand, and just put it in one place for you to log in and go, that's what that means. That's what we have to do.
Brandon Lehman is Director of Annex Private Client. High speed, low drag. It's a military phrase. Usually goes with well-oiled machines. We like to think Annex Private Client is a well-oiled machine. High net worth clients, time and clarity, critical. How does high speed, low drag work with them and translate to real benefits?
One of the most complex areas you start to see this is when you have this portfolio of a lot of different holdings of a lot of different things spread sometimes across multiple custodians. And our job and the way we function is we bring that all into one spot. Turn that what seems like complexity, and it is because there's stuff everywhere and there's stuff coming at you from every angle, and we put it in one spot. And then we create a roadmap. This is the roadmap how we want to get from point A to point B. And through that process with our team, that's what we're doing to reduce that complexity and reduce that friction that you have in your life.
High speed, low drag. It's about achieving success without unnecessary baggage. Annex Private Client does it, but it flows all the way through the Annex Wealth Management system. Brandon Lehman is Director of Annex Private Client. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Danny.